5 days till surgery!
Yeah.
Hello everybody, it's Megan with Loserly VSG. I tell you what, I don't know if it's because I'm 31 or if the technology I got around here is just really shit, but everything is just going bad. I don't know. Microphone, computer, I couldn't get things to upload. I had a whole first week video filmed for you guys, and I waited hours and hours for it to upload, and finally when it got to the processing, it said processing failed, and so I just deleted it all and just gave you those few clips from last week, which I think turned out fine, but it has been rough. I'm like, is this a sign that I'm not supposed to be doing any of this YouTube stuff? Hopefully not, because I like it. I did lose 11.6 pounds last week on the liquid diet, and obviously I'm on to my second week, and it's still a struggle. But I wanted to dedicate this video to my Hilbo Baggins, my Antelope, I think is what I used to call her. She is my best friend, and she messaged me the other day after watching some of my videos and was like, what is this? And why do you have to do this? And I was like, oh, these are good questions. And so instead of just talking to you guys like you know what I'm talking about all the time, I like that she gave me something to think about and something to look more into. So her questions were, why does the liver need to shrink, and how does the liquid diet help you with that? So I had to do some of my own research, because the only research I'd really done on this was I had seen lots of YouTube videos and knew that it's just safer for your liver to be small in order for them to get to your stomach. And when the doctor told me I needed to be on a liquid diet to do that, I just took his word. So my surgery is laparoscopic, so I will just have 5 tiny little incisions on my stomach. He will use gas to blow me up, and then he'll do his work and staple me shut. So I'm not an anatomy genius, but the liver goes over the stomach a little bit, I guess. And so you want it to be as small as possible so that he has full access to your stomach. And I think the liquid diet also softens it a little bit. So if he does kind of have to move it out of the way, then it makes it easier to move. So the softer and the smaller your liver is, the safer the surgery is, and shorter time that it's going to take for the surgery to get done, which is awesome. I guess if you follow a strict pre-op diet, it can decrease your liver size really, really quickly. And it also encourages any sugars left in your liver to be used up, which shrinks your liver pretty quickly. If the liver does not shrink, like you don't follow the diet, they might have to cut you all the way open because they don't have access to your stomach. Or, I mean, I guess they could just tell you that they're not going to do the surgery. In reality, I have never read any blogs or seen any posts where this has happened, but I'm sure it does. I've also seen lots of people not follow their pre-op liquid diet, or pre-op diet in general, which doesn't make it right, but I've seen where they haven't, and then they've had surgery and everything's been fine. I wanted to talk a little bit about the liquid diet that I'm on, which I don't think is fair. Because my surgeon is strict in this area. So that's why I have to be on only liquid. But there are some people that don't even have a pre-op diet. There's some people that just have to do low carb. There's some people that can have liquids all day long and then one meal at the end of the day. And I'm sure there's all different varieties of it. But the reason I don't think it's fair for me is because I've already done a really good job of losing a bunch of weight, and I feel like shrinking my liver. And so I feel like it would have been fair if he would have said, I would have even taken like liquids all day and one meal at night. But I mean, whatever. He does what he does, and I'm the patient, so I guess I have to listen. But I did want to tell you guys to be honest, so I would be fully transparent here. So many people have said like, oh, you're doing good, I could never do this, your willpower. I have had a bite of cottage cheese. I put some peanut butter on my celery, which you could probably I don't know if, I think that was on the video from last week where I'm freaking out about some peanut butter and wanting tacos and everything. And then I have taken a bite of the pizza bake that I made him, and last night the taco casserole I had pre-made him, I took a bite of it just to see if they were any good, and because I'm really hungry and because I wanted it. So, not perfect by any means, but also not just completely blowing this pre-op diet as, you know, some people do. Let me see if there's, I wanted to go over with you, you know, my day-to-day last week, and I did in my first video, but I've been making notes each day, and I just wanted to share with you. The second day, I made this note that said, ate a bite of cottage cheese, told Josh, shit. And then the fourth day, I made a note that said, really struggling with wanting to eat something, help. And those were the days that I had one bite of the cottage cheese and some of the peanut butter. He also was kind enough to rub my back one night when I was just really feeling the addiction. And I cannot wait until surgery happens and I really get a start on like beating this addiction, and not just like eating food. It's like constantly thinking of food and addicted to not being able to have food and wanting food and just, I don't know. I've been on a diet all year long and it hasn't been as hard as this week and a half of this pre-op diet. So I hope I answered all your questions, Hill. If I didn't, let me know. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. I hope it made sense. Just bottom line, I need the liquid diet to shrink the liver so he has full access to my stomach to make it a quick, safe surgery. And that's it. So I am going to tape a couple other short videos. One is like what's in my hospital bag, and the other one is I think like 10 things I won't miss about being overweight. So like this video and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.